Welcome back, everyone, to the smartest year ever, our quest to become the world's greatest conversationalist. My name is Gordy, and since it's History Week, I was just wondering, do you know why these soldiers are carrying a tank? Give me 5 minutes, I bet you can work this into a conversation today, but first, like and subscribe so you can keep up. I do this every single day. No, these aren't the strongest soldiers of all time. Instead, the U.S. Army once fought Hitler with inflatable tanks, painted green, lined up in fields like balloons on a very dystopian Macy's Day Parade. This was the Ghost Army, one of the strangest and most creative units of World War II. Officially, they were named the 23rd Headquarters Special Troops, about 1,100 men deployed in 1944 and 1945. Their mission wasn't to fight, but to deceive. Instead of rifles, they carried paintbrushes, record players, and radio transmitters. Their weapons were illusions. They also have this super cool insignia. Now, they didn't actually use this during the war, but it has since become associated with them in the decades since. The Ghost Army's toolkit was impressive, though. They had inflatable Sherman tanks and artillery, convincing enough to fool German pilots flying overhead. They had massive loudspeakers mounted on trucks, blasting pre-recorded sounds of tanks rolling, bulldozers scraping, and soldiers shouting. Noises so loud that they could be heard 15 miles away. They ran fake radio traffic, complete with operators imitating the quirks and chatter of real officers to sell the disguise. And they even designed costumes. Small groups of Ghost Army soldiers would pose as military police or engineers, spread false rumors with intentionally loose lips at cafes, and stage phony headquarters, all to convince German spies that they were seeing the buildup of entire divisions. So who were these tricksters? Many were artists, architects, designers, and stagehands recruited for their creativity. Among them were men who would later become famous, like fashion designer Bill Blass and painter Ellsworth Kelly. Look at those paintings. It was essentially a unit of art students weaponizing theater and design against the Wehrmacht. Bill Blass was best known for his fashion, but he also helped Ford design cars for a little while when I was researching this. That is not too shabby if you ask me, a 1979 Lincoln Mark V Continental Bill Blass edition. Let me know what you think. And the deceptions worked. The Ghost Army staged more than 20 operations across Europe. Their largest, Operation Viersen in March 1945, tricked the Germans into believing 2 American divisions were preparing to cross the Rhine at one spot, when in fact, the real crossing was happening miles away. The Germans repositioned to face the Phantom Force, and the Allies crossed with fewer casualties. Military historians estimate their illusions saved tens of thousands of lives. And yet, for decades, nobody knew. The unit's work was classified long after the war, and members were forbidden to tell their families what they had done. When veterans returned home, they were just ordinary soldiers. Their extraordinary stories were kept secret. Only in 1996 were the files declassified, and only recently have the Ghost Army veterans received official recognition. Congress awarded them a gold medal in 2022. The Ghost Army may not have fired many shots, but their impact was real. They proved that creativity, deception, and art could change the course of a war. So there you have it. The U.S. once fought with inflatable tanks, fake radio chatter, and sound effects, and it worked. The Ghost Army wasn't about firepower, it was about imagination and inducing paranoia. Go check out my sources, which can be found in the YouTube description. Leave me a comment, rate, like, subscribe. I'd appreciate all of that. Share this with someone who likes this sort of thing while you're at it. And also go check out my short version I do across social media at Smartest Year Ever. That's how you can find me. And in the meantime, stay curious and stay clever on our quest to become the world's greatest conversationalists. I will see you tomorrow for more History Week in the Smartest Year Ever.